Gurney, Parnelli Jones, Roger Pinsky, and Jeff Brabham, who we will see his son at the back of this field. Ryan Arciero ready to make his debut with Stadium Super Trucks. Right alongside on the front row, inside of the pink truck. For all the ladies out there, keep your eyes on this young lady at the age of 21, sponsored by In Harmony. This is Zoe Edenholm out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Made her debut at Road America in 2020. Let's go back to row number 2. We're going to have a little bit of fun. All 6'6" of him. He's crammed himself back inside of that truck. It's sponsored by Funhaver. Yeah, on the count of 3. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Hell yeah, brother. 3 million people follow him on YouTube. We are live on his YouTube channel. 25,000 people watching on board yesterday, and I'm sure more today. Put your hands together for Cletus McFarland in the number 1776. On the outside of row number 2, coming all the way from Australia, 15 starts, does have a podium, and a lot of those down there in Australia. It's the number 2 truck, sponsored by Road Rage and driven by Sean Richardson. We go back to row number 3. We just talked about him a moment ago. Was dealt a tough card 1 round ago. The Sprint Car Ace, 2016 King of the Wing champion, sponsored by Thin Energy. This is Davey Hamilton Jr. in the 14 truck. Alongside one of the series staples in his 9th season, sponsored by Mastermind. Does have a win going back to 2018 and 4 podiums, over 120 starts. Put your hands together for the number 57 truck of Bill Hines out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania. We go to row number 4. A tough player here, unfortunately, just did not have the truck one day ago. Sponsored by VP. Has a pole, 9 wins and 30 podiums in this series, including a win here at Long Beach and 5 podiums. Put your hands together with the number 55 truck. This is Gavin Harlan. Alongside Gavin Harlan, another off-road ace, a 5-time short course off-road champion, 2 wins here in Stadium Super Trucks and 9 podiums. Also a win here at Long Beach, sponsored by Continental Tires, the number 27 truck of Jarrett Brooks. We go back to row number 5, and we find our 2021 Rookie of the Year, who earned a win at Nashville last year and now has 3 podiums after earning a podium just 1 round to go here at Long Beach. The number 28 trucks, Continental Tire, Lucas Oil, and Fatheads. Put your hands together for Robert Stout. On the outside of row number 5, the only 3-time champion in the history of the series. He's also our reigning champion from 2021. 18 poles, 23 wins, the 3rd winningest driver in the history of the series, and 71 podiums. Sponsored by Mastermind. Put your hands together for Matty Brabham out of Indianapolis, behind the wheel of the number 83 truck. And then we go back to the final row. The entire field inverted based on points so far this weekend. The fast guys are in the back, and they've got a lot of work to do. And if you're wondering if somebody at the age of 13 years old is capable of hanging with these multi-time champions, well, he put the naysayers to bed yesterday when he grabbed his first Stadium Super Truck win, sponsored by Continental Tires, Speed and RC Cars. Young, 13-year-old Mad Max Gordon, your winner from 1 round ago. And alongside the man that came up with the entire concept, a 2-time champion out here with Stadium Super Trucks, 18 poles, 4 wins here at Long Beach and 9 podiums. Ladies and gentlemen, behind the wheel, that orange number 7, put your hands together for Robbie Gordon. That is your field here for round number 2 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks here at the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. The format for the race will be 3.5 laps, a mandatory caution. Then we'll run another 3.5 laps, a mandatory caution, and then a lap shootout to end it up. We'll flag stand here and look for that green flag. They'll furl it up, hold it out sideways, stick it up in the air, and then it will be game on. Obviously, a couple of safety workers still out there. We'll wait till they're clear, and we'll see if Ryan Arciero can put one together here. Ryan, a tough player, and I mentioned this before. His grandfather owned a kart team that Jeff Brabham drove for. Jeff Brabham, the father of Matty Brabham, who's in the back of this field. How cool is that? It's a tight-knit family out here in the motorsports world. The trucks have 20 inches of travel in the front, 26 in the rear. LS power, weigh 2,800 pounds, make about 650 horsepower. They have a spool in the rear, meaning both tires are churning. And yes, they do have a turning brake, so they can run the rear brakes independently to help them rotate around the turns. Welcome Ralph Shaheen to the booth here with me. Ralph, you've had a busy day and a great IndyCar race. Congratulations there to Joseph Newgarden. Penske kicking it off in a big way here in 2022, winning the first 3 out of the gate.
Well, it was a spectacular way to close out the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, and a green flag here as we get ready for some high-flying action with Robbie Gordon Stadium Super Trucks. And look at all the fans along the front straightaway fence line here on Shoreline. They know that's where all the action is at. If you're anywhere near one of the jumps, get ready. Now, we got to go smooth through these first few corners. Robbie laid down the law, didn't he?
Yeah, he did lay down the law, but the IndyCar race is over, so I'm not sure how safe the flowers are here today.
Very true.
Nice job for Arciero. Gets off to a good start. I saw Zoe tuck in right behind to try and catch that draft. And of course, as you might imagine, these trucks punch a big hole in the air, so drafting is a big part of this game.
Drafting is, and so is flying, and we say that seriously because there is a real technique to getting these trucks airborne and landing them smoothly, and Ryan Arciero will be very good at it. So smart for Zoe to get a good shot of watching Ryan launch this truck. She'll learn a lot right here.
It looked like the 14 truck of DJ, as we referred to him, Davey Hamilton Jr. picking up a spot there. I think he might have got around Cletus McFarland. And now rolling up on the back of the 12 is Sean Richardson. They'll fan him out here on the back straightaway. And looks like we'll have a pass here. Trying to make a move around Zoe down on the inside.
Is Cletus getting there?
That is Cletus.
All right, so fans here on Shoreline, get ready, get up on your feet. Here they come. The double jump on Shoreline. Let them hear you. Coming off the 11th corner, the hairpin. Ryan Arciero, first one to get airborne on Shoreline.
Side by side goes Stout and Brabham. Oh, Brabham really aired it out. 3 of the best. Stout, Brabham, and Brooks nearly 3 wide here on the front straightaway, going after it.
How about that, Shoreline? Was that pretty good? Yeah, they'll be back around in just a minute. You'll get some more of that.
Ryan Arciero doing a good job. He'll get a good feel for this truck here. A little bit of the pressure off. I said that Cletus McFarland was getting past. It was actually Phil Hines here on that first lap. Cletus McFarland picking his way forward, having a good run here. Made a couple of mistakes, learned a lot. But he laid down a really good lap time yesterday. So there's no question that the talent is inside of the truck. He just got to put it all together. And right now, currently sitting in 3rd.
This is what we expected out of Arciero yesterday, was to see him get this quick and pull away like this. He just didn't have the truck yesterday. Today, if this thing stays mechanically sound, look out. Ryan can be tough to beat today.
Yeah, I agree, and he's going to get this whole first segment, it looks like, to get things sorted, get a good feel for the truck. McFarland really hanging it out there as he was coming around that turn. It looks like Gavin Harlan might have something to play with here. And speaking of Ryan Arciero, he spins it out there, and he's going to go to the back of the pack just like that.
One simple mistake with a pack that tight, and you're going to go from first to last, as we saw there with Arciero. Big braking zone coming up down here. This is a good spot to make some passes under braking. Looks like Brabham thinking about that.
Yep, Brabham and Stout trying to follow him through, and these guys that are comfortable with each other will go off the jump side by side, much like Sean Richardson and Robert Stout just did right there.
Here we go, Shoreline, get ready.
Stout down on the inside of that hairpin trying to pick up a twofer. DJ now out front. Davey Hamilton Jr. now out front, inherited the lead when Arciero spun. That puts Cletus McFarland in 2nd.
I think we're going to have a potential pass down here going into turn 1. Watch that VP truck on the outside, the black one, trying to make the move. Harlan there, not going to be able to get it done.
Yeah, Jared Brooks and Harlan doing battle there. 2 good short course off-road racers. We see Zoe back in there, Stout right behind Zoe, and then Sean Richardson.
And Ken, we should be seeing a caution here, the mandatory caution coming very soon.
Yeah, 3.5 laps. They'll throw that caution between 6 and 7, where that jump is between 6 and 7. Davey Jr. doing a good job. Davey really on a tear this year in the wing sprint car world, on asphalt, by the way.
Yeah, nothing like a 410 sprint car.
But as you might imagine, he doesn't have braking zones, right, in one of those cars. So he gets out here in this truck, and he's got to figure out how to stop one of these things and get it turned.
And brakes were not something Robbie was worried about when he designed this truck. It was all about flying them and making them exciting to watch race.
Yeah, and he'll tell all these drivers, too, you get one set of brake pads for the weekend, so do with them what you will.
Yeah, good luck with that. Here comes Robbie trying to make a move up the inside. He's looking to gain another spot, and we'll get around Hines, I believe. Back to Shoreline we go for more high-flying action.
And Brooks trying to get underneath Cletus McFarland to pick up second place. DJ still out front. Looks like Brooks is going to get the spot. Cletus falls back to third. Gavin Harlan, Matty Bravo, and Stout with a yard dart effort right there off of that second jump. Really sketchy.
And that's what we were talking about when it comes to flying these trucks. There's a rhythm, especially with this double jump, to how you have to get over those double jumps and fly straight and land smoothly.
How about that? Cletus McFarland with a great effort gets back underneath Jared Brooks. I promise you, Jared Brooks gave him absolutely nothing. You've got to earn that. Cletus really hanging it out here, showing some talent. Just his second start. And he's racing with one of the best here. I mean, a guy that is super tough, a 5-time short course off-road champion now. Looks like Matty Brabham trying to get around Brooks.
Yeah, Brabham forcing the issue up the inside in that blue and yellow truck.
Stout trying to follow him through. You got to take advantage when you can, especially on somebody like Brooks, and Robbie Gordon trying to do the same around the outside.
Boy, it's a hard pass to make there, especially with that jump coming up, and I think Robbie's going to get it done.
So there is the mandatory caution. You were talking about Zoe going for a bit of a ride right there, and not sure Mad Max didn't put a bumper on her going off of the jump, but off of that jump, they do pick up that mandatory caution. So they'll run the back half of this lap now under pace car speed, if you will. Give everything a chance to cool down. Let those brakes cool down a little bit, tires cool down a little bit, and then when they come back on the front straightaway, as soon as they clear that first jump, it is game on. As we go back and take a look, unfortunately, that moment there for Ryan Arciero just looped that thing around and making his first start, right? I mean, and he was running fast. He had it out there on the edge, and it bit him.
I love how these trucks corner on 3 wheels, too.
Yeah, man, they articulate that tire way up in the air. You can see another moment right here where Cletus McFarland went a little bit wide there on that hairpin, and Brooks trying to make the pass, but McFarland fought right back down into turn number 1 and actually got the spot back. So great effort out of him. No doubt inside of the truck saying, hell yeah, brother, I'm loving this. Matty Brabham in that yellow and light blue colored truck. Stout just behind him, and the Lucas Oil Continental Tire back machine. That is DJ out front. Gavin Harlan in the VP sponsored machine in second. Gavin having a solid run here today. Exactly what we expected out of him. 2-year hiatus out of the truck. Came out here and qualified third. Here we go. It's all up to DJ off the first jump. McFarland and Gavin Harlan both taking a look at the leader right here. 3 wide into turn number 1. McFarland goes out around the outside to take over the lead. Wow, what a move out of Cletus McFarland, ladies and gentlemen. Spectacular effort out of the rookie.
That was one of the best passes of the weekend right there, no matter what division you're talking about.
Incredible effort. Not something anybody's expecting out of him, but he got it done. Clearly has some talent. Right behind him, Gavin Harlan. Back there in third place, DJ managed to salvage second out of that as he was attacked by both sides.
Now he's got company coming up the inside. Hamilton trying to find a way, see if he can squeeze Cletus a little bit. Going to send him wide over the jump. Not enough to upset the truck there yet.
And here comes Gavin Harlan down on the inside of DJ. Looks like he'll roll that turn nicely and pick up the spot. DJ coming right back as Harlan grazed the wall there just a little bit. So DJ gets a run on him, and it looks like DJ's going to get the spot back. Brabham trying to come with him.
Brabham looking inside. This is a big braking zone, passing opportunity here.
And look at Jared Brooks and Robbie Gordon. Yeah, those two going at it. I didn't see Stout in there, so Stout clearly with an issue at some point back in there. So Stout with a big moment there. It's fallen all the way to the back of the pack. Was trying to figure out where he was. He'll have a lot of work to do here in this second and third segment. They go 3 wide here again. 2 wide. DJ and Gavin Harlan duking it out here. Turn number 1. Now 3 wide. Matty Brabham trying to get both of them.
And Brabham taking that outside line. Oh, and up into the flower bed goes one of the trucks. That's the VP machine
of Gavin Harlan, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think Matty might have tagged the back of the truck there, turned him sideways a bit. Now Sean Richardson also trying to make him pay.
When you crack that door open, you got to kick it from there, don't you, with these guys?
Yeah, any sort of daylight, man. These guys are going to absolutely go for it. They're not afraid to beat and bang on each other a little bit. It's all part of the game out here. Side by side off the jump there in the back with those guys. It's like Sean Richardson and Gavin Harlan. So Gavin Harlan as high as second place there. Now deep inside of the field once again with a lot of work to do.
Here comes Robbie Gordon looking around the outside in that bright orange Speed Energy machine. Can he make that work through that tight braking zone? Now he's got the inside going to the next jump. And we're headed back towards Shoreline once again, working our way out of the hairpin here.
That was he and Brooks, impressed with DJ as well, able to get back around Matty Brabham. That's no easy task. But nothing's more impressive than seeing Cletus McFarland legitimately lead this race.
Oh, one hard into the wall. That's the 12 truck going hard into the wall here on the front straightaway with a big impact nose first into the wall.
Yeah, that was Sean Richardson out of Australia, man. Big hit, a lot of damage to the truck there. That'll end his effort for sure. Looked like he was able to continue on, so hopefully get off to a safe spot. As Cletus, look at Cletus, a 3 or 4 truck length lead there over Matty Brabham.
So if you're Robbie Gordon right now, you're thinking, I've got to get up to the front here as quick as I can because there's a mandatory caution coming, which will tighten everybody up. And that's going to be his best shot to get Cletus.
Yeah, not to mention that he'll be part of Cletus's YouTube channel as well.
Right,
they're
like
all
the
watching,
exposure,
man.
Yeah.
Cletus's truck beat up there just a little bit, but it's absolutely functioning just fine.
McFarland, Hamilton, Brabham, and Gordon here, top 4.
Great stuff out of these guys. Great racing. Brabham, of course, one of the absolute best here. And Cletus is going to have to go to work because he's got 3 vicious dogs right behind him now that can get it done. The third winningest driver, a 3-time champ. Second winningest driver, a 2-time champ. Both of them on the back bumper there. And then DJ, who is hanging around tough.
Well, all of Cletus's efforts are about to be for naught because that caution's coming.
My guess is they'll see it as they get back between 6 and 7 here this next lap. We'll see if he can hang on down this straightaway. Again, a nice size lead here. Woo! DJ and Jared Brooks going off that jump side by side. Stout and Zoe nearly side by side.
Oh, things getting aggressive as we head down towards turn 1.
Looked like Brooks got out there and tagged the wall a little bit.
Sure did. All right, one truck making its way to pit lane, having had enough.
Yeah, I think that's Sean Richardson who really hit the wall, as you talked about before. And I talked about this field being as deep as I've seen it 1 round to go. And now we're taking a look at it. based on all the passes that have been made.
Hines is done.
So Bill Hines pulling in here early. And no doubt Sean Richardson out as well as Cletus McFarland comes back around here. We'll see if they throw that caution flag. It'll come out here just at the jump. And believe there it is on the left-hand side of your screen. So yeah, caution flag out. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Cletus McFarland, a rookie in his second start here, leading this field legitimately and getting it done in front of the absolute best that this series has to offer. And you can see him right there. I mean, it was a great restart. That's when it all happened. DJ was leading. They split DJ. Gavin Harlan on one side, McFarland on the other, and McFarland came out in the lead. And you can see right there, Gavin Harlan got some love and launched him into the flower bed and out into the wall, so he had to gather it back up.
All right, so we know Cletus can do a good job when he's the hunter. How is he as the hunted?
That, of course, that's where Sean Richardson just smashed the wall right there. Ended his day. Stout out and around him. Stout will need to do some work here as well. Yeah, I mean, Cletus McFarland, hell yeah, brother. That's how you get it done. Yeah, these final 3 laps, though, are going to be no joke.
No, and it's going to be interesting to see if he has a little trick up his sleeve on the restart here. Max Gordon did a great job pacing the field off that first jump yesterday. He was able to gap him a little bit. Let's see what Cletus can do here. If he can get off that first jump and be gone over the second before the rest of the guys are even done with the first, he'll have a big advantage getting down to turn 1.
I'm sure the fans on the Cletus McFarland YouTube page are going absolutely nuts.
Shoreline, you ready for this last restart? Get on your feet, fans. Let's let them hear ya. Who's your favorite? Who do you got in this one? McFarland, Brabham, Gordon, Brooks, Hamilton Jr., or can Max Gordon win a second one? Yeah. All right, here we go, Shoreline. Get ready. McFarland is into the gas. Hang on in turn 1.
And how about Mad Max Gordon from the back row up to 6th? Here comes that blue number 77, Baja Jerky Truck, the winner from 1 round to go, trying to pick up a couple of spots. McFarland with a great restart.
Robbie Gordon trying to find a way around Matty Bravo. That's the second. Fountains they go.
Hiking up that left front tire there is McFarland, followed up by Brabham, Robbie Gordon, Gavin Harlan picking his way up to the front again. DJ, then Mad Max. Ryan Arciero back in there, Stout and Zoe. Rounded out the field.
All the way up to 6th now, it says, the timing and scoring. Looks like that needs to catch up with the action of the track.
Just behind Max is Jared Brooks. As we go back up to the front of the field, here comes Robbie Gordon on the inside of Matty Brabham.
Oh boy. All right, he's cleared Brabham. Robbie Gordon is setting sail for Cletus McFarland. School is in session.
We'll have 2 laps to go when they get back to the stripe. Brabham trying to tuck in and get some of that draft. Gavin Harlan tucked in as well. 3. Doing battle back in there, Jared Brooks and DJ.
Oh, 2 around, and Arciero gets collected. Actually, it's a 29.
Yeah, that was DJ handing it back to Jared Brooks. Looks like he had about enough of that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Stout got caught up in the action of those guys and lost a lot of ground.
Look at Robbie Gordon closing in on Cletus McFarland as they make their way down to turn 1. Gordon hunting to the inside at 1.
2 to go here, a little less than 2 to go. Yeah, nobody better in the draft than Robbie Gordon. He's magical in turn number 1. We saw that 1 round to go as well. Showed him a nose, but did not take advantage of it. Being patient here.
Robbie Gordon and patience. Did you just say those 2 things together?
I did. You wouldn't think it's possible,
sure?
but he does show up when he wants to win. Mad Max with a little damage to the front of that hood on the number 77 Baja Jerky Truck.
My guess is Robbie Gordon might show him something else, and it's called the bumper. Oh, and it's around him there. We missed it on the big screen, but Robbie Gordon is around and into the lead.
Brabham trying to get around him as well now, and that's the way it goes. These guys smell blood once they see it happen.
I think Brabham's going to get McFarland here too off the jump.
Hats off to McFarland. Going side by side with him off the jump, not easy to do. And how about that? McFarland right back at Brabham.
He's hanging in there, isn't he? McFarland is doing a great job. I think Brabham got off that corner better and is going to clear him here by the end of the straightaway. They'll have the advantage on the inside under braking.
Gavin Harlan trying to come with Brabham. Can't get it done, and McFarland takes him deep into the brake zone here once again. McFarland doing an incredible job on the brakes. McFarland picks it back up, stays in second place. When they get back to the stripe, the white flag will fly.
One more time in anger, coming at you, Shoreline. Matty Brabham is trying to figure out, what have I got to do to get around this McFarland guy? He's thrown everything at it.
Gordon way down to the bottom of one to protect him, make sure nobody gets down underneath him.
Oh,
Swings it back.
McFarland
around the outside.
Oh, man. New leader here.
Gordon puts a little bumper on him, loosens him up, but McFarland hangs on to it. McFarland, Gordon, and Brabham followed up by Gavin Harlan.
We had a first-time winner yesterday in Max Gordon. Can we have another one here today in Cletus McFarland? Or will Robbie Gordon find his way back around him and sweep the weekend for the Gordon family?
Right there, McFarland is always loose coming off that turn, and Robbie Gordon looks like he's going to make him pay here, trying to go around the outside of him. McFarland, again, taking him deep. Looks like he's going to take him wide as well. How about that? Feeds him a wheel.
And Brabham trying to get up in there as well. We got 3 trucks fighting for the win here at the Grand Prix of Long Beach.
Gordon falls back into second, down the back straightaway for the final time. And McFarland still out front.
And that big passing zone waiting at the far end of this strip. Now we've seen Cletus do a great job under brakes here, but is he as good as Robbie Gordon? Or will Gordon give him the bumper down here?
Gordon right on the bumper for sure. We'll have a shot at it in the hairpin. We'll see if McFarland can deal with the pressure here. Rolling into the final turn. Here comes Gordon on the inside. That's going to give the inside to McFarland. Matty Brabham trying to stick his nose in there. Garland loops it around. Stout picks up another spot. Down the front straightaway. Here comes Cletus McFarland looking for his first. Oh, he loses it. He loses it just before the finish line. Throw it in reverse. Attaboy, throw it in reverse. Oh, my goodness. Literally 25 yards away from his first win.
And Robbie Gordon said, not today.
Oh, the racing guy said, not today.
Not today.
Oh,
wow.
my goodness.
Hey, Shoreline, how was that for a finish? That was spectacular. Here's your replay. Watch this. McFarland first off the first jump, first off the second jump, and then it's all about to go wrong right here. As he landed, that thing went sideways. We said that learning how to fly these trucks is so important. It seems simple, just let it rip going off the jump. There's a lot more to it than that. McFarland's truck spins, he's crawling out of the truck. Let him hear you, Long Beach. Cletus McFarland did a great job here in his first ever 2 races in the Stadium Super Trucks. Nicely done, Cletus. You'll get it, you'll get it. And in the end, it's Robbie Gordon sweeping the weekend for the Gordon family here at their home race in Long Beach. So it's Gordon, Brabham, and Max Gordon. And Cletus falls down on the finish line. He finally got there. Way to go. Well, I'm sure Victory Lane's going to be pretty exciting after this one. The show's not done, though. There's a couple of jumps. Robbie's got to try to get it up on 2 wheels here. He's going to go back around and do it again. Robbie and Max Gordon leaving some tire rubber down on the racetrack. Don't forget, coming up as soon as Victory Lane is done, the Porsche Carrera North America Cup coming up, their second and our final race of the weekend will be right after Victory Lane is done and we get these ramps pulled off of our Long Beach street circuit here. All right, Ken Stout is making his way to victory lane.
Had to do a little math there to figure out who our overall was. Of course, Gordon with a great weekend here, and I'm talking about Robbie Gordon, but how about Mad Max? He's going to be in the top 3 overall. Great effort for that young man this weekend.
I love it. Great show for the Gordon family here.
Thanks, Ralph. It's a pleasure, my friend.
We'll see you down there. Enjoy victory lane. There's Matty Brabham up on 2 wheels. Thrilling the crowd here on Shoreline. Ryan Arciero on the way back in the Dragonfly machine. Zoe's all the way back. Good job, Zoe. Way to go, girl. Harlan's back in the 55. Max Gordon has brought his machine to the victory lane area. He's going to be crawling out. We'll give him a big cheer here in a second. Well, that was a thrilling show. Both events. Robbie Gordon Stadium Super Trucks thrilling the crowd once again here in Long Beach. Don't forget, Porsche Carrera Cup North America, biggest field they've had in years with over 30 entries. Porsche 911 GT3 is ready to battle here. Hey, Max Gordon is out of the truck. How about a nice round of applause for young Max Gordon and a great effort here this weekend. Good job, Max. And that haze of smoke you see rising up behind the grandstands, that's Robbie Gordon using up whatever's left of his tires. Getting the pushback from Brabham is Cletus McFarland and his truck. How about a big cheer for Robbie Gordon as he makes his way down Shoreline? Hometown hero, letting him have a good show here today. Somewhere in all of that is Robbie Gordon. Oh, there he is. Let him hear you, fans. Robbie Gordon putting on a show, always delivering for his fans.